The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida State Seminoles. Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The give to the tailback. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. There he goes. He's at the 10, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Noles!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Clemson jumps to the line.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The idea was to sell that play fake. Nobody was buying it.
You're right, Reese. That D-line, they looked like they had their ears pinned back, and they were coming after the quarterback. You saw dudes rush upfield. They got to that QB fast.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's robbed. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Denson. Trying to make magic with his feet. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, this team came out with their hair on fire. The offense drives down the field, scores a touchdown on their opening possession, and now the defense is dominating as well. Already their second sack, and you've got to give this head coach a ton of credit. He did a great job getting this football team physically and mentally ready to play here today.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He leaves it with his back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining the ball over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And the Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Scanning the field, it's Baker. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he's got some space. 30, 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. He'll try to do it himself. Bust through behind his pad. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Denson. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He's got the tight end.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. He'll pull it down, turning it on. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
He did a really good job on 3rd down, knowing where the sticks were, making sure he got past it. Listen, quarterbacks can get hit. near the goal line punching in. On third down, those are those situations where it's okay to put the quarterback's body on the line.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. They can feel uncomfortable. They can feel that pressure. Keep getting them on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
And now if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good fourth down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
Fourth down and 10 and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down. Calls his own number. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Baker. He's going to take off. Across the 25, he's got room. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but, man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Here's the handoff. Guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Ohio State is running away with things, and I'm not sure even Bucky saw this coming today from this offense. They're up 14 over Iowa. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. To the air, it's Denson. Flushed out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got his man, makes the grab. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Got it behind the line. It's Rock. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Clemson is quick to the line. It's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Gets it out quickly. Powers through the defender. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. By the end of the day, one of these 2 teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on...
Hits the afterburners! And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, no!
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Denson. Finds the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the... Seven.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Clemson jumps to the line. To the air on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing a noise on third down at the dome. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job on the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains. There
he goes. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Handoff to the single back. Hard running there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Off the play fake. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Noles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass, it's Denson. He'll pull it down and run. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And that's good enough for a first down.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man on the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield to it first.
Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
Looking to throw, it's Baker. Got a man, it's Gibson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 4th down, going to the air. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They'll run it from the gun.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got him in the flat. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Clemson is quick to the line. Pulls it in. It's dropped. Defense uses a sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. To the air, it's Denson. Pocket breaking down. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to fire to the left. And he reels it in inside the 30. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fat.
Oh, he's got some space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
After taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. Third quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He's into the open down the middle. He's at the 10, and he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Seminoles. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? What about the speed of that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
14.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball.
Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier, swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following on for a massive fumble recovery.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Our final quarter is on deck, and it looks as if they are ready to go. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Going to run it. It's Watson. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Turning it on. Touchdown, Florida State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they are cruising toward a 4-0 start. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Looking to throw, it's Denson. Finds his big tight end. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Unleashes one. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Sixth play of the drive coming up. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
To throw, it's Denson. Here's a heat. Snagged in the middle, it's Rock. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Punt is in the air. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Looking for a man. It's Denson. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Touchdown, Noles! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Seminoles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play.
Black 14.
Trying the left side. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive in advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation